Hi, I'm Mike Fish, and today we're going to go through a bearing adjustment using the Dr. Preload tool. So the first step is going to be seating out the hub. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that with a bar and socket, and we're just going to snug up the nut. Make sure it's good and snug against the back of the axle, and then we're going to back off 1/2 turn. Once we're done with that, we can go ahead and grab our tool and go through the bearing adjustment process. So we're going to mount the tool on the end of the spindle. Make sure the load arms are against the bearing. And then we're going to turn the T-handle and we're going to bring it up to our roll-in zone on our gauge. So we bring the needle up to the roll-in zone. And then what we're going to do is rotate the hub 3 revolutions. You can see those needles and rollers straightening. Skews being worked out of them, and they're being seated against the proper position of the bearing cone. Once we rotate it 3 times, we want to make sure that we're still in the roll-in zone. If we fall out of the roll-in zone, we apply more load and we rotate it 3 more times. Once we're there, all we're going to do is we're going to turn our T-handle back and bring that needle to the 1,000-pound set point. And now what we have is 1,000 pounds on the bearings. So the final step with the tool is to just turn the nut, fingertip tight, up against that bearing. When we do that, we want to make sure that we line up the dot on the dot face of the nut with one of these marks on the tool. That makes sure that the teeth in the nut are lined up with the keyway and the spindle. Once we're good with that, we can go ahead and take the load off of the tool, and that nut is retaining that load in the wheel end. Once the load's off the tool, we can go ahead and spin the star handle off of the spindle. And this wheel end is now set to light preload of 1,000 pounds. The final step is to insert the retaining ring, and we do that just by installing it into the keyway and putting the notches of the retaining ring in the groove of the nut, and that's what secures the nut. And that's it. That's the entire process of setting preload with Dr. Preload. Thanks.